NGC just posted $3.2 billion in profit last year, and right now two governments are in full fight over who to take credit. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar announced the results in Parliament this week, the highest NGC profit in 11 years, double the previous year. She pointed to a better governance under her administration and contrasted it with losses of $2.1 billion in 2020 and $1.3 billion in 2023, both under the PNM. However, former Energy Minister Stuart Young fired back almost immediately. He says the profit has nothing to do with the current government. He's pointing to three specific decisions made under the PNM: the restructuring of Atlantic LNG in December 2023, new gas pricing arrangements tied to European, Asian, and Brent indices, and also NGC's acquisition of a 10% stake in Atlantic LNG's Train 2 and 3. He says that these were the decisions that were made that increased the amount of LNG cargoes that were flowing to NGC. Young is also calling on the NGC to publicly disclose exactly how much of that profit came from those structural changes versus the current administration and what they did. So here's the economic reality of this whole situation. Both sides have a point, but neither is giving you all the full picture. Young is right. The structural decisions take time to show up in any financial results. If Atlantic LNG was restructured in December 2023 and new pricing indices were introduced under the PNM, those changes would directly feed into 2025 earnings. That's not a spin. That's how corporate restructuring works. But our Prime Minister is also correct as well, as governance matters in execution. You can inherit good decisions, but you can still mismanage them and not turn a profit of $3.2 billion. The problem is Trinidad and Tobago voters are being asked to sign credit without the data. Young himself had to call on the NGC to release the breakdown of the financial statements and where the profit came from. That tells you everything. If the numbers clearly favored one side, someone would have already published them. The NGC made real money. But until that profit is broken down, how much came from the Atlantic LNG restructuring, how much came from the new pricing industries, and how much of that was from market recovery? Then this is a political argument. This is not an economic one. Because Trinidad and Tobago deserves the data, not press conferences. What do you think? Who deserves the credit for this $3.2 billion profit at the NGC? Leave your thoughts as always in the comment section below, and also like and follow us.